Okay, I think I'll start. So, meanwhile, people will keep joining.
This conference will now be recorded.
All right, so welcome everyone. My name is Soumya and I'll be your host for this session. So let me quickly introduce you to Techcanvass before we start with this amazing session. So Techcanvass is an IT certifications training
Okay, I think I'll
organization for
start.
professionals
So, meanwhile, people
where
will
we help
keep
students to
joining.
crack their certification exams in first attempt.
This conference
We
will
are
now be
IBA
recorded.
authorized and
All
PMI
right,
authorized.
so
So we
welcome
provide
everyone. My
certifications
name is
into
Soumya
business
and I'll be your
analysis
host
and
for this
project
session.
management like
So,
PMP,
let me
CAPM.
quickly introduce you
We also have
to
domain
Techcanvass
courses
before we
into
start with
banking,
this amazing
finance,
session. So,
healthcare, and many
Techcanvass is
more.
an IT
So
certifications
today's
training
session is
organization for
about our
professionals
CAPM
where we help students to
exam,
crack
and
their certification
Anusha
exams
is
in
there
first
with us. So
attempt.
Anusha is an
We are
accomplished
IBA
program project
authorized
manager
and
with
PMI
international
authorized, so
and
we
domestic
provide certification.
experience in project management and consultant roles, having worked with different IT giants such as EY and Dell Technologies. She is PMP certified, she's CAPM certified, and she's also ITIL certified. So, welcome, Anusha, and I request you to take the session ahead. Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Yeah, thank you, Soumya. Hi, everyone. Good evening. I'm Anusha, and I will be the one taking the session today. The topic for this session is CAPM fundamentals and what is what, so that you guys know if we are about to, get the CAPM exam, how is it going to be? So, since Soumya has given the introduction, I'm just going to go towards the overview of this webinar today. So this session is going to cover a few topics. Number one is what is CAPM? CAPM stands here for Certified Associate in Project Management. Then second one is what you learn in CAPM certification. What is that you're going to do if you really want to be a CAPM certified? The third thing is the CAPM certification exam and eligibility. How the exam structure looks like and what is the eligibility for the same. And the fourth one is the benefits of CAPM certification. And fifth is stepping stone of the PMP credential. So CAPM since is the base of all the possible certifications from PMI. So I'm just going to provide you what happens if you're giving a CAPM certification and if it's a stepping stone and how it is going to help you in your career. Post that, after the session, we all are assuming that the takeaways from this session is going to be understanding the scope of CAPM in your career and the opportunity in the versatile job profile. So let's start with the session. Okay, all right. What is a certified associate in project management? So what basically is a CAPM? What exam it is? Because we all know that PMP is the exam which every project manager gives, and they go for a PMP. But what is CAPM? So the Certified Associate in Project Management, or CAPM, is a vendor neutral entry level certification to help individuals acquire project management skills. So the niche level of all the certification is CAPM. So the CAPM is a credential offered by the Project Management Institute, which is PMI. It is also an entry level certification for project practitioners designed for those with less project management experience. So this is something wherein if you have less project management experience, or if you're a beginner, or if you want to switch your domain from any technical domain to project management, CAPM is your exam which you have to give in the very first go while you're looking for different certifications in project management. So the CAPM exam is intended to demonstrate candidates their understanding of the fundamental knowledge, terminology, and process of effective project management. Guys, as I said, CAPM is the exam if you want to begin your career as a project manager. So regardless of your career stage, the CAPM exam is an asset that will distinguish you in the job market, and it is going to enhance your credibility and effectiveness working on or with the project team. So if you're looking for a job in project management, This certification is going to give you a stand in the market apart from different project managers. So a person that's CAPM certified project manager is going to get more offers, or is going to get or the resume is getting picked more times as compared to a person who doesn't have CAPM as a certification. So this is an overview of what exactly is a certified associate project in project management. Moving on to the prerequisites for the same. So most of you guys know that if there's any exam, there has to be prerequisite around that exam. So for CAPM, unlike PMP, they only have two prerequisites. One is secondary degree, which can be your any high school diploma, your associate degree, or global equivalent. If you're BTech, BA, it's any degree. You should have a secondary degree and a 23 hours of project management education completed by the time you sit for the exam. So you just have to have two prerequisites. One is secondary degree. The second one is 23 hours of project management education. And if you guys hours of training so that you can acquire your prerequisites and you can sit for the CAPM exam. I'm hoping these two, what is CAPM and what are the prerequisites, are clear for you guys. I'm moving on to the other slide here, which is who should apply. So now, who should be the people from different domains who should apply for CAPM exam? So if you would like to manage larger projects, let's say if you're a project manager, if you're a business analyst for that matter, or maybe a person who is aligned to a technical team and wants to switch his or her career to project management. And if you really want to manage the larger projects and gain more responsibilities or add project management skills into your current role, then CAPM is the right exam for you. Now, there can be questions asking, why not PMP directly? As I said, CAPM is going to be a beginner level exam. Unlike PMP, CAPM is something wherein you can just give the exam and you can show that you have learned how to handle projects. Now, that's what you're going to implement in your career. And after the implementation, that's when you're going to shift towards PMP, wherein you tell the world or you tell the interviewer that you have accomplished something in your career. That's when you give your PMP exam after 5 years of work experience as a project manager. So moving on to the next slide, what do you learn in CAPM certifications? Now, this is going to be a very common question which people come to us and ask, what is there which is in CAPM and what is the difference between CAPM blueprint or syllabus and PMP syllabus? So as you can see on screen, these are the topics which CAPM certification covers. Starting from project and organization lifecycle to project management processes. It also involves scope management, integration management, time and cost management, quality, human resource, risk, communication, procurement, stakeholders. So these are the topics which you're going to learn in CAPM exam. So with CAPM, professionals will learn to align their work with the standards required by project management team. Now in your career, you might know how a project works. But this certification, CAPM, they are going to give you sense towards the terminology, towards the standard of how the project management team works, and they're going to align you as to how the team works and what is that needs to be done when you come across different situations. So generally, individual having a CAPM certification, they get higher credibility among employers. For example, different certifications, CAPM, PMP, PGMP, all these credential holders or peers or managers, these are the people who are going to get higher credibility in the organization. Because of course you have a different set of certification which is renowned to the whole world. So CAPM is just not for India or not for Europe or not for UK or US or Australia. It is renowned all over the world. So you can take CAPM as, I'm not sure if all of you can relate to the example here, but you can take CAPM as AIEEE and PMP as IIT. So most of the syllabus which you're going to cover in CAPM certification is going to eventually help you practice or learn PMP in near future. So CAPM is a base for all the certifications from PMI. So even if you do not hold any certification, you can simply go for CAPM certification and you can get down or get into the market and tell the interviewers or the employers that you are a CAPM certified person, and that's when you can land a project manager job. And it's just not the project manager job, it can be a program manager job, it can be, for that matter, it can be a business analyst, it can be any entry level job which you can get easily. All right. So this slide is going to be something which is going to be very useful for you guys, because as an individual, I can relate my certifications to my salary, because the certifications are really going to help me with my salary structure. So just a view of how CAPM salary in general can prepare you for entry-level project management jobs, as I said, like project coordinators or junior project managers or associate project managers. For that matter, there are different organizations who name these designations as analyst, senior analyst project management, and so on. So if you can see, the project management is an in-demand skill these days and has a growing career field. So a report by Burning Glass Technologies, which is one of the famous, news alert team, they have found that there were more than 280K entry-level project management position, which was posted from March 2019 to March 2020. I mean, can you believe, just within a year, there are close to 280,000 jobs. I mean, even if we just go ahead and give the CAPM certification, we can easily land a job in project management. And the report also found that number of these posting grew by 51% from 2017 to 2019. So within 2 years gap, we have an increment of 51% in the job market, which is only related to project management. And also PMI, which is Project Management Institute, they have published a report which says the project-oriented job market is projected to grow 33%, which is equivalent to, guys, 22 million new jobs by 2027. So maybe in another 5 years, we will have close to 22 million jobs, and which are projected in the market right now. And employers will need close to 88 million project management roles. So that's more than enough, 88 million project management roles in just 5 years. So we have a good chance. All we have to do is go for the certifications, which are the prerequisites or the requirement for a project management role. And I'm sure you guys must have heard about pay scale. So according to pay scale, a CAPM certified project manager makes an average salary of $67,000 in the US as of July 2022. So last month, the average salary of a project manager in US was 67,000 USD. So this is nothing but the average salary of a person who is doing a project management job with the CAPM certification. So I'm sure we all can land up a job anywhere in the world with the CAPM certification. So as you can all see on the screen, there are different set of salaries for different positions. Starting with project coordinator, you see 52K, junior project manager 63, associate project manager 60, project analyst 64K, project manager 67, and project control specialist 74. And all of these positions can be acquired just by one certification, which is CAPM, Certified Associate Project Management. That's all. So the reason I am again and again repeating the same line is because I want you guys to understand the depth of just completing one certification and how much difference it is going to make in your resume. Now moving on to the benefits of CAPM. Now this is something which you guys should know if you are a CAPM certified personnel, what exactly it is going to give you. So to start with, the CAPM certification, as you said, as I said, is a popular prerequisite that helps employer find the professional most suited to fulfill specific roles in their organization. So most of you, if you go ahead and search on LinkedIn or on Naukri or on Glassdoor, the prerequisite for all these project management roles are CAPM certification. They are not saying that you have to be CAPM certified, but then there's this line which says, just like terms and conditions, it says CAPM preferred. So employers, they generally trust this credential, and CAPM holders have proven that they can handle responsibilities more effectively because they are aware of how to handle a project, because that is what you have learned, that is what you have been taught in the certification. So here are a few benefits. To start with, career incentives. And most of us work for career incentives and personal growth. So career incentive, in many cases, the CAPM certification is a prerequisite that will help launch your career as you move into new roles or increase responsibilities in an organization. So employer trust these credentials, as I said, and it is going to give you an upper hand in all the jobs you're going to apply. The second benefit here is global opportunity. So among the benefits of CAPM, one is that it is globally recognized certification. So you will be able to work anywhere, bringing you this opportunity to travel around the world. So let's say if you want to grow your career someday in US or Canada or UK, you can actually show your employer that you are a CAPM certified, and because since this certification is globally renowned, they are going to accept the certification. So if you want to move out for exposure for better projects, you can show these certifications to them. And even within companies, management may be more willing to transfer a certified employee within international locations if they feel if it is in their best interest. So let's say you and your colleague wants to move out in the same organization, and if you have the CAPM certification and your colleague doesn't have one, you will be given more. You will be the one who will be given more responsibility and more preference in terms of a different or your colleague. The third benefit to this is CAPM salary. So it has been stated that a CAPM certification will increase an individual's salary by 25%. Guys, by 25%. While this may depend on several other factors like job description and country, the certification certainly is a bonus to any resume. It is likely certified that the candidate can demand better pay than non-certified professionals. So if you are a PMI CAPM certified, you can any day go back to your employer and ask for a better pay. than your colleagues. Moving on to the fourth benefit, and as I previously said, one of the benefits which most of us can relate to is personal growth. So the job applicants are often more confident compared to the competition from what they have learned earning their CAPM certification. So once you have CAPM certification, you are better aware of the tools and best practices of project management. So it is just not textbook stuff, but a real world experience that earns once the CAPM certification is completed. So the reason people are picking your resume or you over non-CAPM certified folks is that you have the knowledge, the experience for this particular project management role. The last benefit is the expected job profiles. So the CAPM for beginners is an entry-level training course designed for those with little to no experience in this field. Let's say if you have an experience of 1 year, you can go for CAPM certification. If you do not have an experience in project manager, you can still go for CAPM certification and try to figure out something. For example, go for a different set of trainings, read Rita Malkahi, go for different set of books, give the CAPM certification and land a job in project management. It also teaches candidates the fundamentals of project management, including terminologies, knowledge, and effective practices. Guys, I'm keeping the question answer round for the last slide. If you have any questions, please jot them down. And once I'm done with the slide, you can just shoot your questions. All right. Coming to the stepping stone to the PMP credentials. So what does this mean, stepping stone to the PMP credential? So CAPM is a stepping stone for the PMP credentials. Not just the credential, it is going to be the stepping stone for your career as a project manager. And I'm going to tell you why. So the first reason is it demonstrates that you have the experience, education, and competency to lead and direct projects. So it's just not that you are a certified professional, you also have the experience and education and knowledge to lead the projects. That's why you are a PMP, CAPM credential holder. And that's how you're going to give CAPM exam. Post that, you can go for PMP exam, which is the most renowned exam for project managers. Now, the second reason is it enhances your career opportunities by giving you a competitive edge when applying for jobs. So, as I said, it is going to enhance your career opportunities. Let's say if you're a business analyst and you want to shift into project management role, all you have to do is give the CAPM exam, get CAPM certified, and you can switch to a project management role. And after that, maybe 5 years down the lane, once you have the required experience and knowledge, you can go for PMP credentials. So the third reason for the same is it increases your earnings potential by earning a higher salary than non-certified project managers. And I think I have explained the same thing in the previous slide. Guys, any certification you guys give, be it CAPM, be it PMP, be it Scrum Master, be it any certification that is related to project management. If you have a certification, your resume is going to get shortlisted for sure. Because certification is going to add value to your resume and add knowledge to what you have around a particular domain. And of course, once you have the certification and knowledge and understanding, you can go ahead and ask for a high salary or a high pay. Or for that matter, if you are certified, you can go back to your manager and ask for a hike as well. So the fourth reason for the same is it boosts your credibility and professionalism by holding an internationally recognized project management credential. Not just India, not just UK, not just US, you can go anywhere in the world and show them your credentials, PMI credentials, which is CAPM and PMP and RGMP. You can just show all of them to the employer and you can land a job very easily. All right. Moving on to the opportunity in versatile job profiles. So, what all you can become, what are all are the job profiles if you give a CAPM exam? So, as a CAPM certified professional, you will be qualified to work in a variety of project management roles. So, some of the most common job titles that CAPM holders can pursue, they include project manager, assistant project manager, it can be a project coordinator, a project analyst, a project scheduler. So, with this CAPM certification, you will have all the necessary skills and knowledge to effectively manage projects of all sizes and complexity levels. So, this certification is going to open up many doors for your career in project management. And I'm repeating it again and again. If you guys really want a job in project management, you just have to go ahead and give a certification which is CAPM. Just be a CAPM certified professional. You can at least go back to the employer or to interviewer and tell them that you are already CAPM certified. So even if you have the experience of a business analyst or an experience of a a product manager or an experience of a person who's just handling the schedule of the project, just by CAPM examination or CAPM certification, you can go back to your employer and tell them that you want a project management job. So it's just not it's just not the project management job. It can be a project analyst, a business analyst, a consultant, it can be anything. And aside from some of these typical roles, you can land with the CAPM certification. A CAPM certification holder actually has a lot of job options to choose from. So not just the 5 of them which you can see on the screen, you can also go for, and this is going to be a bit weird for all of you, but you can also opt for a product manager job. You can also opt for a program manager job, a construction project manager job. And if you're looking for something which is more into the lines of business, you can go for a business process analyst or a person who's going to take care of organizational development. So we call them organizational development manager. And you can be a quality assurance manager. For that matter, you can also be a sales manager, guys, if you're CAPM certified. So these are the job opportunities which you can go for once you're a CAPM certified professional. Now, I hope you guys have understood what exactly is CAPM and what are the opportunity it brings along with the certification, then what are the prerequisites for the certifications, and what are the topics that are covered in the certification. So moving on to the other one, do you guys have any questions around this whole topic of the fundamentals of CAPM? Soumya, can you let me know if there are any questions around this?
Yeah, so we have two questions. So Rohit asked how this certificate is helpful who is working as a business analyst to enhance their career.
Okay, so Rohit, it's just not so CAPM is not a certification which is just going to tell you what is a project. It is also going to give you the information around the business and how it works. And while I'm talking to you, I have just Googled, if there is any business analyst role which is looking for a CAPM certification, and I can see there are 146 CAPM business analyst jobs available right now. And if you want to check, you can go ahead and check it on Indeed.com. So, to give the answer to your question, CAPM is just not for project. And a project can be anything which has a start date and end date, right? So CAPM is also going to give you an overview of how to handle teams, how to handle different businesses, the cross-functional communication between the teams. All of this knowledge will be gained through CAPM certification. And that's how it is going to help you become a business analyst as well.
Yeah, got it. Ma'am, I have other question. Can I ask here?
Yes, please.
Sorry. Which tool we are using in the curriculum? This is the first question. Second is what is the exam format of this? What is the fee structure of the means Techcanvass student for a Techcanvass course, as well as that actual exam fees in dollar? And what is the level of the difficulty? Means it is easy question, hard, or very difficult? Yeah, these are the three questions I have.
Okay, so to give the answer of your first question,